Yes, it's Chris. Welcome back. So last week I gave a message to members of the LGBTQ community. Now today I would like to address specifically members of the Christian faith, my brothers and sisters in the Lord who are not members of the LGBTQ. If you've ever gone on in any social media video with a comment section about anything LGBTQ related, then you'll understand what I'm going to talk about, because I'm pretty sure you would have seen it. So, let's get into it. So, as Christians, we are called to love others as Christ loves us. Many of us have been taught to engage with those in the LGBTQ community with the phrase, love the sinner, hate the sin. On the surface, this seems wise, clear, and protective of biblical truth. Yet in practice, it often fails, and sometimes even pushes people away from Christ, which is the whole point. Win the argument, lose the soul. What is the point? But I'll get into that on a later stage. So here's why. The distinction between behavior and identity isn't clear to many LGBTQ people. For many LGBTQ individuals, their sexuality or gender is not just something they do. It is deeply entwined with who they are. When they hear love the sinner, hate the sin, it can sound to them like you as a person are sinful, or there is something inherently wrong with you, or wrong about you. Now, even if Christians mean to target only behavior, the message is often received as rejection of the person's very identity. For people who have experienced rejection, stigma, and shame for simply existing, this phrase can feel like a condemnation of their entire self. So in short, it's counterproductive, and it can close hearts rather than open them to the love of Christ. So what can we do to better our approach when talking to the LGBTQ, whether online or in person? Well, here are a few practical things we can do. Focus on building relationships and not catchphrases. Instead of relying on a formulaic line, focus on authentic relationships. The gospel is best communicated through love, humility, and presence, not slogans. Practical ways to do this include: listen first. Ask questions and hear their story without immediately giving advice. Acknowledge the experiences and struggles. Empathy doesn't compromise truth. It shows Christ-like love. Another thing you can do is affirm their humanity. Recognize them as fully made in God's image. Avoid making sexual behavior the centerpiece of your first conversation. Your goal is to reflect Christ's love, not to argue. Another thing is, share your own story of transformation. People respond to personal testimony more than abstract theology. Speak about how Jesus has changed your life, healed your heart, and offered hope, even in areas of struggle. What you can also do, live out the gospel. Actions often speak louder than words. Consider kindness, hospitality, and service communicates God's love tangibly. Show them that they are welcome in Christian community without needing to change immediately. Now, this is another thing, and I think this is important. Teach grace without threats. When discussing sin, do so humbly, acknowledging your own failures, as we are taught in James 2, verse 1 to 13. Avoid language that implies condemnation, but instead invite dialogue about God's design and redemption. Now finally, my brothers and my sisters, remember the heart of the message. Jesus never said, I love the sinner, hate the sin. He said, follow me and come to me, all who are weary and burdened, in Matthew 11, verse 28. He consistently prioritized relationship over argument and invitation over judgment. When engaging LGBTQ people, lead with love, build trust, show Christ's kindness in tangible ways, and remember, truth without love is empty. Love without truth is incomplete. but love expressed first opens the door to meaningful conversations about God, sin, redemption, and identity. I love you guys, and so does Jesus.